Viewers, there is this event that happened of recent when Governor Charles Soludo visited Oboko, and he discovered that the walkway of an area has been blocked with a fence. You know, they were constructing something that blocked the walkway, and he was furious and got angry with the chairman of that local government, and he was scolding him and told him that he's incompetent. That also shows the importance of visiting. You know, visiting is very important when it comes to Nigerian thing. If you are in charge, you must monitor and visit from time to time. But I want to still tell you that this thing is not about Anambra State. These things are happening other places. Demolition of shanties presently is happening in Lagos and some other places. So it's a continuous thing. So right now you are going to hear what transpired, between Soludo and the chairman of Obodo local government. After that, we are going to continue with our, analysis and what is happening elsewhere, like Lagos State and other places, to show you that it is not only in Anambra State.
This being built here. You stopped it, you come and bulldoze it down. If I come here again and I see any of this rubbish, I'll sack you publicly. You're incompetent. They began it and you are watching it going on and you didn't bring it down. Where is the walkway? Come and show me the walkway. Where show me? Bring it down. You stop it and it's going on. Look at it, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Coming out on the road. Who changed it? Who changed this? This is not here. This is supposed to be there. So what? Don't say, okay, you tell me the person, tell me the officer, and I'll kick him out. Let me tell you, we must regenerate. This chaos must end. See, all these shops, all these shanty shops along this road that is attached to the wall, the fence must go back, and you have at least 1 meter where people can walk. No, that's you stopped, but it's gone on and you've done nothing. Because I stopped. And I'm just telling you, pull this thing down tomorrow. Friday, tomorrow is Friday, Thursday. By tomorrow, this wall must be off. And they must go at least 1 meter up there. And they get me the paper who approved it. And I'll sack that person tomorrow. Get me, whoever, if anybody approved this, that person is leaving my government tomorrow. Okay? Let them get me who approved this thing to be done this way, and I will dismiss that person tomorrow. Get me the paper.
This chaos must stop indeed. Now, from the countenance of the governor, you can read in between the lines that the governor is not joking towards this idea of making Anambra a livable and mega smart city project. The governor is doing a wonderful work, and if you leave our people, one day they will come and build in the middle of the road, and if they have not done it somewhere else. So, but we need to keep these things in check. Then shanties, they have started demolition of shanties, and it should be a continuous thing. No projections, any projections should be knocked off. When people get used to these things, all this chaos will stop. And this criminality, these shanties and a whole lot of them breed criminals. If you don't know, take for instance in a very busy environment. You see all sorts of derelicts and people that are not engaged with anything. You see them moving, meandering among the busy environment. That is what they do. But when all these things have been knocked off and everywhere is clear, they won't find a safe place to stay. That is the point. So, but another thing is this 1 meter of a thing the governor said. Actually, he has been, economical enough to make it 1 meter, or at least he said at least 1 meter. Such places, I've done a video where I explained what setbacks are meant to be, the actual meaning of setbacks and what they are meant to be. Setbacks are for future expansion of the roads, and they are for walkways. That's after walkways you have the setbacks. So they can decide to do anything with the setbacks, to do another kind of piping for water and a whole rest of them. That is the importance of setback. So, but people said, in that video that according to what the ACDA chairman said, MD, that you have at least 4 feet. People say that 4 feet is very small, that it cannot contain anything that is very close to the road, of which you and I know that yes, 4 feet is very close to the road. But the government has deemed it fit to be, lenient and not to make it to be, affecting people so much. But that is standard. If we don't do it now, when else are we going to do it? Since we have started it now, we need to knock it off once and for all. Let's regenerate our cities, our environment in Anambra State, so that if you breathe fresh air if you are moving along the streets. And that is the target. So like I said, I'm going to give some explanation of what happened between Soludo and that chairman of the local government. So that video which shows Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, criticizing Pascal Aniebuna, the transition committee chairman for Obodo local governments of Anambra State, for allowing the construction of a fence on a space designated as a walkway of a major road. During a road inspection, Soludo was visibly angry with Aniebuna, demanding to know who approved the building, whose fence covered the walkways along the Obodo-ukwu road in Okpoko under Obodo local government area. Soludo directed the local government boss to pull down the building while threatening to sack him if he failed to do so. Which building is being built here? According to him, you need to bulldoze it. If I come here again and I see any of this rubbish, I will sack you publicly. You are incompetent, he said. They began it and you were watching it go on without bringing it down. Where is the walkways? According to Soludo, come and show me the walkways. Look at the building coming out on the road. Get me the person who approved this and I will sack that person. The governor directed that all the shanties and shops along the road should be destroyed to make way for the construction of a pedestrian walk. Yes, for now, I don't know when the state government is going to start enforcement on the 4 feet gap that people are supposed to keep before their fence or before their buildings. Then if you don't have a gutter in front of your place, you are supposed to give 6 feet. 6 feet from the tarred road to your fence. That is the standard that the Anambra State government have set. So, but if you think what is happening in Anambra State is something to be of concern, listen to this that I'm going to say, which is coming from Lagos State. The Lagos State government will begin enforcement operations to establish the 3-meter drainage right of way for drainages in Apapa on Monday, March 11. So now Lagos own 3 meters drainage right of way for drainages in Apapa. They are going to start enforcement on 11th of March. So that is what is happening in Lagos now. If you don't have that gap of 3 meters from the third road or from the wherever that the place is going to be pulled down, we witness a lot of pulling down of buildings in Lagos to restore the place of Lagos. That Lagos is good today is because maybe government don't allow such things to happen within some notable environments, and this is what we are supposed to be sustained while in Anambra State. Well, some government have started this is not the first time. So, but at every point in time, they need to continue enforcing it, because once you leave them, they are going to go back to their normal way. So if Anambra State is about to enforce these things, they should just do it once and for all. Anything that is blocking that safe gap is off, will be knocked off to control this city and Anambra State in general. So, but I'm not done yet with Lagos State. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources Tokumbo Wahab, after an inspection tour to check the level of compliance, they have given the directive since, and they want to start enforcement on March 11th. So he went around to see the compliance, and he said the enforcement is coming after the expiration of notice and meetings with property owners to voluntarily move their fences that falls within the drainage setback earlier in the year. So you can see now there have been a meeting that mandated them to move back their fences, and he came on monitoring to see how far they have complied. Then according to him, the 8 major collectors lack maintenance for years because the ministry had no access to them due to encroachment. This, he said, was a big contributor to flooding in Apapa, saying that the ministry served contraventions notice to the building on the drainage setback. Just like what I discussed in Oboko, where drainages are not free, which causes flooding. And I showed you examples of where flooding has occurred because the drainages have been blocked with waste and refuse. Well, the commissioner reiterated that the government is determined to find a lasting solution to the flooding in Apapa, and directed that enforcement officers must ensure all contravening properties are removed from the drainage right of way by the 3 meters required by law. Well, I need to let you know that we are in Onitsha. We have been moving around Onitsha. This place is a ShopRite, that's a shopping mall that hosts ShopRite. It was built during P2B's tenure. So I just want to let you know that we are moving around Onitsha while we are doing our explanations concerning what government is doing by trying to restore the 4 feet setback that is meant for the walkways. Then the same Wahab said Let us compliment the government's effort in ensuring that Lagos is flood-free by being decent in our waste disposal behavior. Well, it's still part of what I have earlier said in my previous video when I was talking about Obodo-ukwu Road, and I have saved it several times in this channel. Yes, the special advisor to the governor on environment, Olakunle Rotimi Akodu, he said that the government is determined to find a realistic solution to the flooding by embarking on all-year drainage cleaning. Everything still points at what we have been saying here. These drainages has to be clean, especially when it is open, because if it's a closed drainage, waste don't easily find their way inside. Well, let's continue. He added that it is necessary for the residents to also clean the tertiary drains that run across residences regularly, while the ministry has been consistently desilting and working on various linkages to the secondary and primary channels to enable them to discharge effectively. Well, we can see that it's the same story everywhere. Desilting of drainage, not leaving it like that is the issue. So, but still at that, in Lagos State, we are still giving instances so that people will understand what we are saying, that Anambra State government is just doing their best to ensure a clean and livable city, just like you can find somewhere else in Nigeria and in the world at large. And I will always support the government of Soludo in this effort, and all of us in this channel, we have been doing so by bringing in the contributions on how to achieve this. So I say kudos to all of us, and we are not stopping at that. We will keep bringing ideas and solutions to what the government is doing. Then the Lagos State government says it is coming up with a new building code that will be suitable for the model city. The Lagos State government had issued a 4-day ultimatum to squatters on coastal roads in the Lekki area of the state, saying all such illegal shanties and squatters close to regional road alignment must vacate the area. They are still talking about demolition of shanties and squatters that are not approved, even though there is no shanty that can be approved. So it's the same story everywhere, and let's continue. Babatunde said residents are advised to submit their suggestions on the kind of building code they would like to be implemented in the state. That's a good one. They are seeking for suggestions from the residents of Lagos State. He said the living condition of the people here is very pathetic and terrible, and it's not something that should be encouraged. So we should assist these people to relocate into proper spaces where they will be more comfortable and not be prone to diseases and hazard. Well, I need to bring these things to you. I took my time so that we will understand what is happening elsewhere. This has been a normal occurrence of things. It's just that for a long period of time, these things have been neglected. So the accumulation is something else. And now that the government have said 4 feet from the drainage, people has to obey it. But I've not heard about enforcement anyway. Anambra State government has never mentioned about coming to do the enforcement, as in to pull down anything that is close to the drainage within that 4 feet of space. Well, with this, we have come to the end of this video. Until I come your way next time, I'm still Chinedu, your present. I say bye for now.